one of Februllage is Boom. So I've collected a few things that look like explosions. And there's actually this girl that I cut out a while back. It's not fully complete. This hand is doing something here to make this, but what is this hand doing? Like originally in the piece, I think she was holding on to like a log or something. But yeah, in this context, what is her other hand doing? This took a little bit of a journey. I found a few random bits and bobs that I tried to put in her other hand here, and I just couldn't make something work. So what started as the word boom kind of didn't land as boom, but this is what we came up with. Day 2 of Februllage is the word toast. So I have compiled a bunch of images, mostly relating to bread, not necessarily toast. I do kind of want to focus on this one though. I would really like to find something to put in between this grilled cheese sandwich instead of the cheese. And I had thought putting this image between would look cool, but this image is not wide enough. So I kind of want to see if I can find something interesting to put between the two slices of bread. So this is what we landed on for toast. And I quite like it, actually. Yep, I'm happy with it. Day 3 is ballet, which is really handy because I already had this folder just in my own collection accumulating things that felt like ballet. I came across this bouquet and I really wanted to turn it upside down and have it be the tutu. I think that would be really pretty, but I have to figure out the top bit and the legs. Here are my elements. Now let's see what they look like when we put them together. Oh, that's cute. That's fun. I like that. Yeah. To put her like dancing on this hillside. And there we have our ballet piece, which I actually quite like. Day 4 is broccoli. This is the piece that I started a while back that I never finished, and I would really want to take this opportunity to finish this because this little boy has pie tins with broccoli in it, I guess. So this is where I'm at so far. I kind of made it that there's a broccoli field. He thought he was gonna steal a broccoli pie, which he really wanted, but then he discovered that there's a whole field of broccoli. I have this. It's just a farm scene, a painted farm scene, to have him peeking out from the back. Because now we have a bit more of a story. There's too much going on and you might even miss the whole broccoli situation because you're too focused on him. And there we have it. Day 5 is Star. So these are the few pieces of material I collected for Star. Alright, so this is what I found. There's no stars in it at all. However, I want to make a background. I really like this one, and I would like to make it so that it looks like this line works with the train. Sometimes these Februllage prompts have a mind of their own, and the result does not necessarily reflect the prompt. This is the result, and while I do really like it, there's no stars in the piece at all. So it doesn't really reflect the star prompt, but it is a result of the star prompt. Day 6 is jellyfish. So let's see what I have collected for jellyfish. Last year they had jelly, and then I made a jellyfish out of the jello. This year is jellyfish, so I was thinking of doing another jello jellyfish, but we'll see. So I got this kid cut out. I cut out his jello and his top hat, and I think I know where I'm going with this. Something like that, and I think the colors of this match the jello, match the bow tie and then go with the stuff coming out of his hat. This is the final jellyfish piece, and honestly it's my favorite of the month so far. Here is a little close-up of our little guy. Day 7 is rain. I have a few pieces here. I don't have a clear idea of what I want to do, so let's just see if something can, you know, spark some interest. If I could have them walking in this very terrifying rainy situation. Cause I have like these guys, this couple. I really wanted like a couple walking with an umbrella, as you can tell. I am very pleasantly surprised with this. This is probably the favorite so far. I really love how the colors came together, how the elements all kind of read as a scene. Day 8 is concrete. Cut out all the window areas. And then I was tasked with what do I put inside. So I thought, what about monkeys? Then I came across these guys. So there is a total of 5 monkeys here, which I think will be perfect for the scene. And then I need to find the jungle background that you'll be able to see through the background or through the windows, as well as maybe get some foliage to like be sprouting up in these 2 corners here. This is the final product for concrete, and I quite like it actually. I thought it turned out pretty neat. Day 9 is bottle. So I kind of have an idea. I really like this one, but I couldn't think of what to do with her because my only idea would be to cut out the bottle and put something else in her hand, which then negates the whole bottle prompt. To cut out the inside of this bottle and then cut out the Chanel label as well. And then put a galaxy in the background and then put the Chanel label on top. So there's a few galaxy options. Colorful. And then here's another colorful one. Okay, well, this piece only has 2 elements, and I think I'm gonna leave it that way. I quite love actually how this turned out. Day 10 is oblivious, and the route I want to take it is I want to take a subject like this guy or this guy and put something in the background that is contradiction or contrary to their expression. These are the 2 that are appealing to me the most. So I think we might cut these 2 ladies out and then see if something works from there. I think I want to do this one. I don't know. I just feel like the focus is nice. Every year there seems to be always at least one prompt that really gets me. So we've changed directions. We've got this fish, this little guy that's going to be swimming out of the fish. Well, this is the final oblivious piece. I don't really think that it matches the prompt, but I needed to get this done. Day 11 is plant, and thankfully I do have an idea for this one. I'm going to cut out the hot air balloon. I am going to make the top half of the hot air balloon into a bloom or a flower, and then I'm going to cut all of it out and then put it on one of these backgrounds. Well, here we go. We've got this background, which I don't really like because it looks like it's supposed to be a part of this iceberg, so I don't like that. And then we have this background, and I feel like it doesn't fit. The colors don't really work super well together. So I found this one. Yes, we're going with an alternative background again. This one. And this is the final piece that we've landed on for the prompt plant. I like it. It's simple. Day 12 is magnet, and while I did find a handful of like magnet images, I think I'm going to go more in a lightning direction. This one this one, this one, and then I want to cut this guy out in some way. I came across this background and this background, and then I think I'm gonna land on this background. And this is what we have for magnet. Day 13 is watermelon. So I came across, or I had this melon that I showed you, and then I found these people and I was like, oh, okay, what if we put them in the melon? Then this, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is an album cover. It's a beach scene. I like that it's a wintry scene given that they're wearing hats, which I feel like I need to tie in also. They're called melons because of the hats that they wear. All right, well, here is melons. This is such a fun like album cover. I just love it. So let me know in the comments what kind of music this group sings, plays, whatever, performs. Day 14, happy Valentine's. Today's word is heart. I have quite a few heart images actually. I do not have an idea of what I want to do, so let's see what we can find to put together. So here's the thing. This is the collage that I came up with, but I don't like it. So I'm trying something different. This lady is holding a heart, and I think I'm gonna put her in this background. And then I'm thinking about adding these like handwritten letters. Well, this is the final product, and it's not so much surreal as my usual collages are. The lines of the paper kind of go well with her shape, so yeah, I think I like this. I do like it better than the previous one. Day 15 is daffodil. So I do have a few random pieces here, but I also have a ton of daffodil imagery. The trick will be to find just what I want to use for a daffodil. What I'm thinking is something like this, or this background that you'll probably remember from the watermelon prompt. Here's our final cute little daffodil piece. I love these little bears, and they're playing around, and I think it came together pretty good. What do you guys think? Day 16 is toilet paper, and here are the images I've collected for toilet paper. I don't really have a clear idea on this one. I could have a person climbing up like they're climbing up a hill or a cliff side, but then I don't really have anywhere else to go with this. So not really sure on this. So let's try this baby mountain idea. I found a number of alternative backgrounds that could work for this baby. Then I came across what I think is going to be the winner. This one. Not use the baby, just use the toilet paper. Wrap the toilet paper around our, what is this? Easter Island guy? And this is the final piece for toilet paper. And I really like this one. I think it's fun and quirky, and our Easter Island man has a cold. Day 17 is mathematics. This one I think is gonna be super hard. And a vintage abacus, which I think is cool. Here's my thoughts. I'm thinking of having this guy in here somehow. And then I want to bring in some dinosaurs. I'm not really sure yet how many of these I want to use, but I want to have them around the computer like they're discovering math for the first time. Set on one of these backgrounds. And this is what I came up with for mathematics. And honestly, it turned out better than I thought because I was so stuck on this one. I didn't find this word inspiring at all, but I don't actually mind the final piece. Day 18 is costume. So yeah, I have a number of random things that I could play with for costume here. One of the ideas was to put these eggs over someone's eyes, like hers. I think that would be fun, or his. If I were to replace her eyes with the eggs, like, you have to do something more than that. So what else would I do? I could maybe find like a piece of bacon and put bacon over her mouth. That could be kind of fun. Maybe I'll look for that. Okay, I'm gonna look for that. All right, I think this is another favorite of the month. I really like this one. What can I say? Day 19 is pigeon. Okay, so this one I had a hard time finding images of actual pigeons. Got some birds, and then there's some artist looking pigeon. This lady maybe, but I feel like this artist's artwork is already quirky, that I'm not really sure how I can collage it to make it quirkier. I think I'm going to put these pigeons into these outfits. So I'm only going to use probably these two pigeon heads. Put them in these outfits. I might even use the feet. We'll see if I can make that work. So I looked it up and I think it's called something like the Guillemot pigeon. That's what these are. But anyway, this is the final product and I think it's great. I love how it turned out. So I was very happy about this one because, again, didn't have a lot of pigeon pictures to work with. So what do you think? Day 20 is family. I collected a few family images here that I thought I could maybe work with because at the end of the day, the image that I want to create, and I've actually been wanting to create for quite some time, is this piece of pie in the forest. This family, if I cut them out of the car, they can be like riding the pie, right? These three little girls dancing on the pie. These three kids who fit the space super perfectly. With the help of my husband, actually, he gave me an idea. We put this together. So it is different from my original idea. Like, I was going to have the family in the pie, but I actually like how this turned out. Day 21 is soap, and boy do I have quite a lot of material for soap. Lots of like imagery of somebody in a bathtub, and then we have a lot of ads advertising actual bars of soap. Looking at trying out this one, I thought I could have somebody bathing in the river here. Here's what I came up with for the final soap piece. I think it's kind of neat, fun, whatever. The colors are very cohesive and, you know, the scene makes sense in its own weird way. And yeah, I like this one. What do you think? Day 22 is pink. Flowers. These ladies. Cotton candy. I think she would be really fun to play with, but we are gonna go in a different direction today. I haven't fully decided on the subject here. I want to put something in the room. However, I do have the idea to complete this bottom piece to make it like a square or rectangle, and that is to put in some pink flowers. These ones are just so simple. I like that they're simple, but I need a way to tie them into this because the scene is so dark and this is so bright. So I went in a completely different direction and I came up with this for pink. Yeah, it's something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Day 23 is teeth. This thing has always intrigued me because it's like got teeth embedded in it. I'm not really sure what it is, but dentures, toothbrush, toothpaste, dentist. This car has teeth in the front bumper. This guy has a big smile of teeth. Guys, hear me out. This one had a mind of its own. So we have this one, which is very moody with the black. I went with this one. I did not intend for this to get so creepy, but here it is. Day 24 is Titanic, and I don't have any Titanic imagery, but I'm gonna go with ship imagery. So I found this background, and I want to put this ship nestled in this little river area. I don't know what else, but something else. Here is the ship in the scene, and I'm really liking it. This is the final piece that I came up with for Titanic. Yeah, I struggled with it at first. I like how the whale is coming up to meet the tip of the boat, and this kid is photographing the event, and then there's some sharks in the background. Yep. Day 25 is witch, and I did find this one, but I don't really like the witch thing. I'm not a Halloweeny girl. I don't do that kind of thing. So I was thinking of like taking it into a sandwich direction. And then I considered revisiting toast. You remember this from the toast prompt in the beginning of the month? I haven't gotten farther than that, so I guess we'll see. Here's where we're at right now. I have sandwiches with a lady sitting on the sandwiches on a sandy beach. I thought of maybe putting something in her hands, but I couldn't figure out what to put in her hands. So this is the final piece. It's not my favorite. I do like it. And I'm calling this one grilled cheese sandwich. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Day 26 is X-ray. So there are a few images that I found that are actual X-rays. And then there are some like MRIs, and then there are some like heat signature pieces. And yeah, I guess we'll just see if something can come together. Take, for example, the X-ray and then put it on like an actual body so that it looks like you're seeing part of the inside of that body. This is what I've come up with, and you can probably tell, and I can definitely tell, that by the end of the month here, I am feeling a little burnt out, and the ideas are not coming, and I just do not know where to go. So this is what I came up with for X-ray. Day 27 is lace. So I just accumulated whatever I had that looked like lace. I actually think that this one would be a lot of fun. But what I'm going to pursue is having a fancy lady dressed in lace in a background of some kind. But the lady I want to use is this one. And so I found this lace chandelier, and so I was thinking maybe if I put her in here, put the lace chandelier in here, like it's like shining on her almost. I think that is kind of cool. And then, but another combination I have not been able to let go of in my brain is these two. I just absolutely love these two together. Here we are with the final piece. I like it. It's not my favorite, but yeah, I don't hate it. The last prompt for Februllage, day 28, is last. So I had such a difficult time, thinking of a concept. I want to cut out this, I don't know, lumberjack, I guess. cut out this one tree. This might get a little interesting up here, but I want to cut out the one tree, find a background that has all of its trees cut down or maybe all of its trees burned. Put this guy in there to make it seem like he's cutting down the last tree. Let's see what we can find for backgrounds. Here we are at the end of Februllage. I will say I am so tapped out right now. I just threw this one together. It's not very cleanly done. You guys, I'm done. After all that, let's go through all of the collages. I do like this one. I am glad for this one. I don't really like this one, so I think I'm going to make two different piles here. I like this one, but I think it's not going to go in my favorites pile. This one's really cute. I do like it. Yes, definitely love this one. I mean, I quite enjoy how this one turned out. I just don't think it's going to be a favorite. You know, this one was really quickly done, but I actually quite like it, so. I really like the colors in this one. I think they turned out really good, so. And yes, of course, I love this one. This one I think was a fan favorite from the comments. I do like this one, but as a favorite, I don't think so. I don't do spooky things, but there's something about the composition of this one that I actually really like this one. I think it's pretty well done. So I'm going to put it in a favorite. This one I think is beautiful, but for me, I like more quirky collaging, and this one's just too beautiful. So we'll put it in that pile. This one's really fun. This one feels like me, so I'm going to put it in this pile. And of course, a collage with mushrooms, yes, I have to put it in the favorite pile. Okay, this one, no. This one is a no. And this one, I do like it, but I don't think it is saying enough for me. I don't know. We'll put it in this pile. I love this one. Even though it's only 2 elements, I really love it. This one's just a little too simple for me, so no. This one was really cool. I like the effect, but no. This one turned out better in my head. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a favorite. And that's not to say I don't like any of these. I do like a lot of them. Most of them probably, but just not as favorite. Because like this one, yeah, I like it. Not a favorite. This one, I think it turned out really good. Not a favorite. This one, pretty funny and cool. Not a favorite. This one, very aesthetically pleasing, but it's not my style of collage, so not a favorite. This one, on the other hand, is my style of collage, so yes. This one was the failed art prompt one, so no. This one, I really do like how this one turned out, so we'll put it in yes. See, this one is more me as well, but I really rushed it. I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one, so we'll put it in no. And this one is a no. Do we dare discuss my favorites? I love that my husband collaborated on this one because he is not an artsy guy, so I asked him for advice just on a whim, and he gave me some advice, and I took it, and here we are. So I do like it. And this one, he's just so cute. And I think the background just flowed so well with the image. This one, the swirl, I think just fit super, super well. I do kind of miss that you don't see enough of the actual galaxy. You just see this, I don't know, ring from a star or something, or a planet. But anyway, I do like this one. And this one, the color story is just great. And I love the breakfast face with the planet behind. I love spacey elements, which also leads to this one. I just think to have space in a bottle is kind of a cool concept, and that I cut out each of these little gaps so that it would really read as it was inside the bottle instead of just cutting out the square. I think that was a very cool effect. This one, as much as I love mushrooms, I don't think this one turned out as well as I wanted it to. So maybe we will put it in the no pile. And this one, I mean, you got, if there's mushrooms or underwater or space or dinosaurs, those are really key sellers for me to enjoy a collage. So I like that. Yeah, I talked about this one already. I liked it. This one was so fun, and I didn't realize how well the feet would work in here. And yeah, it just came together beautifully. This one, as much as I love the color story, maybe it's not so much a favorite. This one, yes, because it feels like the fish mouth was a portal and he's swimming out of it. Or maybe the fish is trying to eat him. Who knows? You know, it's up for interpretation. And then, of course, my album cover, which I love. I will always love this one. I think this is just so cool. It gives very much 60s vinyl record cover. Yeah, I like it. So, yeah, that is how Februllage went this year. I usually am disappointed in the prompt words that Februllage puts together. And again, this year I was pretty disappointed. I just feel like they need to do a better job of the prompt words. But anyway, here's what I came up with. Let me know what you think, which one was your favorite, and let's chat in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!